From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Here's Darnold. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Darnold. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
The stop made by Jordan.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
By the Cardinals.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Steve McClendon there on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
The ball carrier.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 14. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
On 3rd down, Drake. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
4th down.
On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2nd and 11. Now Darnold. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
It's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Handoff for Drake. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
22 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
No score after one on EA Sports.
No score.
First down, Drake. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Drake. And some room to roam now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
Kenyon Drake hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Good. Makes the score Cardinals 7, Jets nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It's completion there to Brashad Perriman. And the best part of his game coming out of UCF, his ability to run. A sub-4.4 sprinter. They need him now in New York to replace speedster Robbie Anderson, who signed with Carolina. He's going to take over the outside vertical routes that Anderson provided, and they're hoping for big plays downfield.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Bell. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
They run with Bell on 1st down as he'll get forward for about 5 yards.
He's tackled.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage. They're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. The give is to Bell. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The pickup of 5 yards. 1st down, New York.
Carry there by Le'Veon Bell, and he's just trying to get back to the form he exhibited in Pittsburgh when he was one of the top backs in the NFL. In 2019, though, no games over 100 yards rushing and only 3 games with 20 or more carries. The more he touches it, the more effective he is.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a man who's now 3rd all-time in rush yards, Frank Gore. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
A 3-yard.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Cardinals 41-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 41, Darnold. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Darnold from the red zone now. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Rashad Perriman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point attempt to come here.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25
yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, D. Switch. Mike 5-4.
Running, it's Drake. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. This one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They stay on the ground with Drake. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. On third down, Drake. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 37-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Arizona.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run with Edmonds again, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run. It's Drake. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Now on 1st down, Drake again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They run toss to the right with Drake. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Short, Drake, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll go again with Bell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. A give to Bell. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The Falcons' leading tackler a season ago, Devondre Campbell, gets another one there.
2nd and 5.
From the 36, Darnold. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. On first down, it's Drake. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is up to 14.
It is good. Makes the score Cardinals 20, Jets 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Jets take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Darnold down to throw. He's got Denzel Mims, the rookie from Baylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Darnold. Able to connect with Mims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 47.
58, right over the lady. Right, 58, right there. Try to do better. Come on, QB, come on. 58, come on.
Back to throw, Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Makes the score Cardinals 20, Jets 13.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Drake, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Tackle made.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And a Cardinal first down.
On first down, Drake. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Smallwood. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Wendell Smallwood, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the lead is up to 14.
It is good. Makes the score Cardinals 27. Jets 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Definitely desperation times. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
58, come on. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Darnold. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Darnold. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
4th down.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
They'll take over first.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll run on 1st down. Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Right back to Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a handoff for Drake. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
24-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. It's now.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Cardinals, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin.